Yo, 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 what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, the franchise Double D Dabbler. I am joined. Jesus Christ. I am joined by the man with the broken neck right there, Sunday Center, the Drew Nicholas, and your boy, the man who doesn't read the results, Double J, Josh James. Welcome to the Monday Night Raw recap here live on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
That intro was fire.
You like that
really
intro?
was. I did like it.
Thank you. Be here all week.
I wasn't paying attention for it because I didn't get to see it because
Oh, you want to see it again?
I didn't get to see the intro because I was someone.
I don't have to actually run through the whole thing again. Or maybe that part's amazing. I really love that part. That
You
part's
like that, huh?
That's a
Oh, thank
badass
you.
intro.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I
Feeling myself a little bit now. Thank you.
prefer the old one.
I mean, I like the old one. Too bad we kept
I
getting
like the old
copyright
one more.
strikes.
Yeah.
Damn copyright strikes.
Josh.
Thank you, YouTube.
Fuck
I
you,
didn't make that intro. You did, Sinner, so you
Yeah,
can't blame me.
Josh.
Josh. Fuck
Well,
you,
ladies and
Josh.
gentlemen,
This. What did I do?
You existed, Josh.
Nothing, and
you
you're still
were
getting
born.
blamed for it.
Oh,
Josh, you didn't read the
You were
results. That's-
born.
That's what you did.
oh, okay. Well, I'll see
Hey,
myself out. I'm sorry, guys.
Hey, Josh, can you
What's
stop doing that annoying thing you keep doing?
What's that?
Breathing. You can just stop.
Wow. We love you, Josh. We don't care what Sunday Center has to say.
I know.
Hey, I haven't smoked in 2 days. I'm cranky.
Good for you. Good for you.
You know,
brother.
hey, good for you, man. Smoking.
Well,
is
you are
bad.
smoking right now.
As he smokes a
I'm
vape.
vaping.
Okay, yeah, that's so much better.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, look here. Baby steps, motherfucker. Baby steps.
I am proud of you.
You
Oh
stop
my
sucking
God.
dick, cold turkey.
Whoa.
I'm cranky. Speaking of sucking dick,
We had Monday Night Raw tonight.
speaking of sucking dick, we had Monday Night Raw tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, those are his comments. His comments alone, they do not reflect those of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast and or the Roundtable Network. Jesus
Hey.
Christ.
Did you guys give my message to a hater? What was that, last night? Saturday night?
No one cares about Sinner and his problems.
Did you guys give hater my message Saturday night?
We did give Hater your message.
We did.
I do not talk to people who cannot reach their own ass. Come back later. We had a good Raw tonight. It was a decent Raw. Thank you. I did. I'm assuming he was telling me to preach, which
Wow.
I think is what I was doing.
Anyway,
Jesus.
back to Raw.
So before we even get into the results, just the look of Raw tonight was amazing.
The aesthetics
yeah.
were great.
Like they have. So one of the things I loved about ECW and WCW's look was they always kept everything dark but the ring.
Yeah.
So it really made you focus. Like one thing I hate watching wrestling is being distracted by something in the crowd. Like there'll be
Like
funny
the-
shit in the crowd that when we see it, we laugh. But it is annoying to get distracted by something in the crowd and you miss something in the match.
I mean, there was a cute sign of a little kid asking Becky Lynch to the prom in 2034. That was hella funny.
Oh, that was funny. And she
Yeah, I
said
like
she would
that.
go.
She said
So
she would
if she
go.
doesn't, if she doesn't go, she makes Julian's liar list.
Wow.
Oh no.
Wow, no one wants to be on that list.
No. So in was it 2034? In 10 years, we're gonna find out if Becky's a liar or not.
I'll be in my 40s.
But yeah, the look of Raw was nice. I mean, even the LED boards were darker. They removed the red background and it was black background. I think just the overall look of Raw tonight was a huge improvement. Thank you for getting rid of Kevin Dunn.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
not 1,000 camera cuts tonight.
Bro.
It was actually really
it felt like watching a real sporting event.
It really did. Like,
So-
you could definitely tell the difference compared to the Vince McMahon era with Kevin Dunn and this one. Oh,
Well,
it was a breath of fresh air.
Well, we talked about TKO taking over the WWE and how everything was going to change. The aesthetics, the way the building looked, and the way the camera work was, and the way even the thing that happened on Thursday night with the press conference, that was like a weigh-in from like a UFC fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
Well-
I'm expecting the next WWE pay-per-view to come from Fight Island. Like,
Right.
hey, come on, shit.
McMahon was still there. It'd come from Epstein Island, but that's different.
Wow.
But it's just
Hey, we happen to agree on that. That's one of my favorite pictures in that profile picture. So,
but yeah, it's like the guy that came in and replaced Kevin Dunn came from ESPN.
Yeah, so
he knows how to shoot sports.
that's good.
Kevin Dunn created his own style of TV production,
You call that a
which
style?
was not good. I mean, to him, I'd say a good style, a style nonetheless.
I wonder how many people he gave seizures to with that.
Oh my god.
Like, why do you think my neck's in such bad shape?
Never mind.
Well, besides that, it's hard to quit cold turkey.
that's Wendy's.
Raw opens with a great triple threat tag team
Have
match.
it your
Actually, it was
way.
a 6-man tag team match, but no promo.
Right,
that-
he don't know how to
wasn't for me.
count. It's fine. He don't know how to count. We know he's a little slow.
First, Drew
understand.
was having problems with Hater, and now Sinner's having problems with Hater.
That's
Wow.
fine.
I'm just enjoying sitting back and watching someone else have a problem.
Drew's like, I got my popcorn. I'm over here chilling.
But yeah, the opening bout, New Day and Jey Uso. I was asleep the first 7 minutes of Raw. I fell asleep during Law and Order SVU as I was waiting for Raw to come on.
Wow. Now we have heat.
And look, I've seen every episode. It was a repeat to me.
Drew's like, now I'm mad.
Yeah. Now we got to settle this. But so I woke up in like 8-minute mark of this. I was surprised to wake up to a match and it only be an 8:08.
Yeah.
But I was pleasantly surprised. And this was a really good match. They set up Jey Uso, Gunther nice. And the Usos and the New Day won, which was a surpriser.
So the match was really good. I like the fact that the New Day is more aggressive.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the match was the unicorn stomp in the corner when they did the unicorn stomp. But then Jey Uso got in, and every time he stomped, the crowd would yell yeet, 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 yeet.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of fucking yeet. Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna get old really quick.
I'm
really
getting tired of
fucking
yeet.
quick.
No yeet, yeet, no yeet.
yeet.
Tired of it.
No yeet. Yeah.
But yeah, the match was really good. And it was long.
Yeah.
It was a long fucking match.
That it was. And you know what? Pat McAfee said something that was so fucking truthful and funny. He said Kofi's been around for what feels like 3 generations.
Yeah.
Oh my
And I'm like, that is so true. Kofi, Kofi debuted in what? 2000?
Was it 2000? Shit.
2000.
It wasn't like
2007?
1990 or nothing.
2008, I believe it was when he was doing the Jamaican gimmick.
Well, he debuted in ECW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2007 or so. Like that's freaking crazy. He's coming up
Kofi-
on. Like I remember when the Undertaker's 20 years came up, and
Kofi had been there 10 years already.
well, even when the Undertaker, so when the Decade of Destruction came up, and by that point it felt like the Undertaker had been there a long ass time.
Dude, yes.
Kofi's been there over 10 years, and it does not feel like that.
Because he keeps let me tell you why. Kofi has been a perennial tag team wrestler, but he's held the U.S. Championship numerous times, the Intercontinental Championship numerous times. He's held the WWE tag team titles with several partners.
And so Kofi debuted on ECW in December of 2007.
Wow.
Wow.
So, I mean, 17 years ago.
That's crazy.
That's a long time, bro.
Yeah.
Feels longer.
I mean, who's been there longer than Kofi? Randy Orton.
Randy and
Miz.
Yeah, Miz.
Miz,
Miz has been there. God damn.
No,
Miz has been there for a long time.
I think Miz debuted. Oh no, because he debuted on SmackDown as he didn't debut as a wrestler until
he was the host of SmackDown.
Yeah, he didn't actually start wrestling until maybe 2007.
I think because he was doing the gimmick from the Real World.
Right.
And then he was the Diva Search host.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
The dark days of wrestling.
He was on Tough Enough in 2004.
Yep.
And then he actually started debuting on SmackDown as a host in 2006. So he's only been there a year longer than Kofi.
It's funny when you talk about the Tough Enough. I went to go back and rewatch that.
Why?
Why?
Just because.
Why? Because you want to see Maven? Is that it? Because you want to see Maven?
Not that tough.
Wow.
Enough. Not that tough. Enough, blood.
Hater, I don't know if you heard the news.
Lost. The one that Miz lost.
Blood lost.
Yeah. Well, but it makes me funny because Daniel Puder was his name. Won it.
Yep.
And look where he's at right now. And Miz was the one that lost, and he's been in this company a lot longer.
So Hater
also pissed off Taker too. That's why he's no longer
there. Hater, I don't know if you've been under a rock lately, but Brock Lesnar is now still with the company.
Neither is Maven. Maven does suck. You're right.
Y'all can go to hell. And Paul Heyman, while Paul Heyman is still there, Paul Heyman did leave for many years. Paul Heyman left from 2007 or end of 2006 until
he left immediately after December to December pay-per-view.
Yeah, so that was 2006, and he was gone until 2011, 12.
Hey, speaking of that, happy birthday, happy heavenly birthday to Louis Spicolli, man.
Who birthday this?
Louis Spicolli. Or as you WWE fans might know him as Radford brother.
Louis, and he was Louis McCauley in ECW or WCW.
Yeah. He was part of the Outsiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also
he was the bag boy.
He was also a member of the Mercenaries with Bill Anderson and Tim Patterson in WWA in Mexico. He also helped train me
Madonna's
a little
boyfriend.
bit. He was Madonna's boyfriend down there as well. He trained at Gil's Gym in East LA with us. He was from San Pedro, California, just like I am. So, yeah, shout out to you.
I agree with you. This hurts to say, but I agree with Hater. What Hater just said down there.
What did he say? I can't see what he said.
Maven should come back and beat
out of here.
After years of training, Maven should be a top 5 wrestler. Agreed.
Only in Sinner's dreams.
So I won't be reading any more of I won't read any more of Hater's comments, and Sinner can go choke on one. Yeah.
No, don't.
So, anyways,
do what he wants to do.
Okay, Drew.
Okay, so this is the Drew and Josh show now.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm no one's bottom. Yeah, thank you.
I'm not bottoming for Josh. In fact, Josh can be your bottom.
Wow.
Oh, you like them big. Where are we at? What do we have next?
What
Bobby
are we
Lashley.
Okay.
We had Bobby Lashley. So they are officially calling him Big Bronson Reed now?
He's been Big Bronson Reed.
Yeah, he's been called that for a while.
So stupid.
I think it's dumb too, but he is big.
I just block I just block anything Bronson Reed related out of my head.
This should just be like Jonah. Big Jonah.
So Bobby Lashley defeated Bronson Reed, obviously.
It was a Hell in a Cell qualifying match, by the way. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah, it wasn't Hell in a Cell qualifying, it's Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber. It's still
you're a few months early.
Yeah.
So we got that.
It was a match.
It was a match. And then we got an awesome video package highlighting Andrade.
Oh, that was
where
cool.
He revealed that he left 3 years ago because he needed to be reminded of who he is. Now he is back to win championships.
You know, I like how they highlighted him winning the NXT championship. And guess who he pinned? Drew McIntyre. For the NXT championship.
I mean, it's just crazy that Andrade left. He was gone for 3 years. No one knows where he was. Like, he just disappeared completely from wrestling. Like, he must have just been sitting at home collecting Charlotte paychecks because he was nowhere else.
Man,
he just totally stopped wrestling. Like CM Punk. Like, CM Punk hasn't wrestled since 2014.
13 years, huh?
Yeah, since 2014, CM Punk hasn't wrestled.
Wow.
I just hope. I don't know. Is Rusev injured or something? Because, I mean, he hasn't been around since, what, 2000 and...
Well, I mean, him and his hot, flexible
20?
wife are probably rolling around somebody's tank.
That is
Every day is Rusev Day.
After when I saw this promo package for Andrade, if the whole thing with Jey doesn't win and beat Gunther, you think Andrade versus Gunther would have been a good match for the Intercontinental Championship?
I don't think they're going to jump right into that. Andrade's going to be... I mean, that would be a great match, but I don't think they're going to get to that anytime soon. I think Andrade's going to work his way up. He'll probably... I don't know who should Andrade's first feud be with on Raw?
Damn, that's a good question. That's a very good question.
I got to think on that one myself.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Lashley, maybe?
No.
Lashley's on SmackDown.
They're positioning him as a babyface, right?
Yeah, Lashley's on SmackDown anyways.
Bronson Reed.
Who? Oh God, please no. Please the fuck no.
I couldn't think of anybody.
God, that's hard.
It is. Like, I don't know who.
Probably going to end up being Bronson, honestly.
Judgment Day?
No.
I can see it.
I mean, I'm praying and I'm hoping and praying he doesn't get sucked into the mid-card vortex. That's the Luchas.
God, oh God, I hope.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
There's no other Luchas on Raw.
No.
Oh, yeah, they're all on SmackDown, huh?
He's going to be on Main Event.
Oh, please. He's going to be on that. What's that? He's going to be on that new show. What's it called?
WWE Speed.
Speed, yeah. 5 minute Andrade matches. No, I don't want that.
No,
So,
I don't want that either.
Speed on X.
Yeah. Oh my God. I remember.
Wow. That sounds like drugs.
I remember when I did Speed on X. It was well, I don't remember it, but I was told it was fun. God, I don't just maybe they should they have just sent him to NXT first?
I mean, you can send him back to NXT, but in the grand scheme of things, that's in my opinion, for him, that's like going backwards.
Oh, wait a minute. Shinsuke.
Ooh, I would like that.
Ooh, we didn't think of that.
I didn't think of that either.
That would be a really good feud. Or even Drew, because he beat Drew for the NXT title, and Drew's the one that came out and said he's tired of these people that leave for years and then come back.
He did. Hey, that's one of the reasons why he went after CM Punk.
Yeah, I could see a Drew Andrade feud holding Drew until Punk gets back.
Yeah, I guess
where is Charlotte at? Like, was she on
Injured.
SmackDown? Or she on?
Injured.
I know she's injured.
Oh,
Is
she's
she on
SmackDown.
Okay.
Not that it matters, but
Yeah, I mean, right now it really doesn't matter.
you know, when they come back from injury, they can just go wherever they want.
Yeah,
I mean,
they become free agents all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It sucks, but this far into the road to WrestleMania, most likely.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean this far? The road to WrestleMania started on Thursday.
Look, the road to WrestleMania started at the Rumble. I don't care.
Hey,
says.
Triple H said the road started on Thursday.
Yeah, Triple H is a liar. That's why his nose is so big.
He said the road to WrestleMania starts tonight. I'm like, wait a minute.
I mean, sadly, I feel like Andrade's probably going to get stuck in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal at WrestleMania.
Wow. He'll probably win it too.
I'd be cool with him winning it. I mean,
hold on. It's Black History Month, and look. Let me explain something to you, hater.
You tell him.
Maven is not black. Okay,
Maven is black.
Maven puts raisins. Maven puts raisins in the pot in the potato salad. Okay,
Maven is just as black as me. We are brothers.
He burns water. Okay, like he cornbread. Nah, He literally poured
Maven,
squirt.
I got the
thinks
fist up for
cornbread-
you, Maven.
He thinks cornbread is a can of corn.
I got
He
the
thinks
fist
cornbread
up,
is a
Maven.
can of corn on some rye bread. No,
not.
no, it don't go. No, sorry. No.
I
no.
got the fist up for you, Maven. Black power. I love you, my
Wow.
brother.
Hey,
Wow.
Maven, if you watch it, you want to come on the show and be a guest?
I say hell no.
All in favor of Maven being a guest on the show?
Let's get it. Biggest guest in the history of
Wow.
Roundtable. So after that, we got a very awesome interview with Sami Zayn. And I love these. I mean, like, once again, they're giving us that sports presentation of having Sami sitting there in the bleachers in the empty arena giving an interview. And then he was cut off by Nakamura.
One thing I didn't like about this interview, it was great. It was like NBA finals, like Kobe
Right.
sitting in the locker room. You know, I've been in the building for 7 hours before the doors open. I love that feel.
Right.
My problem is, what's the girl's name? Kathy Kelly.
Is that who it was?
I think that's who it was doing the interview with him.
Yeah.
Why does she
No. It wasn't her. It was
Kathy Redmond.
yeah,
Redmond.
Kathy Redmond.
Okay, why does she look so disinterested? Like when
Because she is.
but still, like when Shinsuke popped up on the Titantron, right? And he started talking. I love how they have like the subtitles and stuff, like a Japanese movie, right?
Right.
So they have the subtitles going, and like when the camera panned back to Sammy, she was like, look at her nails and stuff.
Right.
Well, what the hell is she doing?
It's another Monday for her.
You never know when the camera's going to be on you, so always be ready. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Be like, what's her name?
This was pre-taped, though. They didn't have to show that stuff.
Exactly, but they did. That's the problem. They showed her sitting there, and she's just like, "Oh, you gonna fry my nails?" I'm like, dude, pretend like you like your job for a minute. You know, like, goddamn.
It's just another Monday for her.
Yeah, it was interesting. I think they should start doing the Kaientai voiceovers for
No. That is the main reason why Okada did not go there. Okay.
Sammy, son, you will learn I am evil.
He's gonna be like speaking a whole bunch of Japanese, and then the subtitle is gonna be indeed. Like, what the hell? Come on. We can't go back to the racist WWE. Right? It's 2024, man. Racism should be dead. Cody killed it. Okay.
Yeah, but The Rock brought it back so Cody could kill it again.
Wow.
And speaking of Cody, up next, what do you want to talk about? This is what Drew wants to talk about.
Yes.
Drew, what do you want
Cody
to talk about?
Rhodes comes
floor is
out.
yours.
He talks about challenging Roman Reigns. And then he was interrupted by Seth, and take it away.
Man.
Yeah, Seth. This, I think, was probably one of Seth's best promos in quite some time. And I did agree with what you were saying earlier about some of the show that I saw was darker, but I liked that this part of the show you could see the crowd for. You wanted to see them taking it in, and something that I can genuinely say that's changed in the Triple H era is that the people in the front row genuinely look like they want to be there.
That's true.
Yeah.
I remember, like over a year ago being on the show and being like, why the hell are you paying for front row tickets and you're on your fucking phones?
Yeah. The only person I ever seen interested was Green Shirt guy.
Right. But he's probably getting paid. So
Something. That or he's a billionaire to be able to afford front row everywhere.
Yeah. So the really, I mean, obviously there was the one line that Seth said about being the shield for Cody Rhodes, which I thought was like a chill moment, honestly. Like, and it made me think too. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. Technically, it's perfect that Seth is involved in this right now because Seth had a DQ loss to Roman Reigns 2 years ago and never got to have a rematch. He was one of the people that tried to slay the beast known as Roman Reigns.
That's right.
And was so close to doing it, but then got the DQ. You know, that I think that's really when that cookie cutter Roman Reigns match of family interference, ref bump, and something that should be a DQ, but the ref doesn't see it. Roman Reigns wins. That's like really when that started ramping up.
Yeah, because that was when Seth came down dressed in the Shield outfit.
Yeah,
when he came from that was awesome.
So, and then bringing it back to tonight, 2 years later, really, I mean, let's think about this for a second. Was the Shield the greatest thing to come out of the 2010s in WWE?
Probably.
Yeah.
Which really sucks because that should have been the Nexus. That was the greatest thing to come out of that. But,
that should have been CM Punk's Nexus.
Well, just I mean, even the original
Nexus. Punk's. It could have been.
I mean, like that. The Barrett Nexus could have been the greatest fucking thing in WWE in a long ass time, and they completely ruined it with ego. But that's a different story. But yeah, the Shield is definitely, I would say, the greatest faction to come out of the 2010s.
Some people would also like say New Day, but I feel like what the Shield has that New Day doesn't are the interwoven stories from their breakup.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that, the whole feud after Seth broke them up, of course, that was also aligning with people hating Roman because Vince was shoving him down our throats.
Right.
But the Dean Ambrose, John Moxley aspect of it, I think was the best part of it. And so tonight, when Seth says that what Roman is now, you can partially blame on him. Because when they were in the Shield together, he taught Roman everything that he knows.
Sorry, fixing my mic.
I love that because this isn't the first time that they've called back to the Shield, as we just mentioned.
Oh no, they've done it several times.
Yeah,
I like that they're
had Seth come out as the Shield in the Shield whole thing with the music and everything 2 years ago.
That was so good.
That was awesome.
But I think that it's so great to be able to call back to this. And what I really love too is that it's what essentially happened with the Bloodline is that the Bloodline became the new Shield. Shielding.
I can kind of see that. When they had all the belts, they were like a modern age 4 horsemen.
Yeah.
Their whole job in life was to protect Roman.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand.
For some reason, the one thing that has been lacking in nearly every single feud that Roman Reigns has with someone is for someone to be backing up that someone.
Right.
It's like every time you go up against Roman Reigns, you're alone.
Yeah, that's true.
With the exception to Sammy and Kevin.
I feel like, even when Sammy...
they were on their own too. It was just them two against the whole bloodline.
Well, even before that, like when Sammy wrestled Roman at Elimination Chamber last year, that was before him and Kevin reunited.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, he was alone. And when Kevin wrestled him at the Rumble, Sammy was still technically part of the bloodline, so he was on his own. So, yeah, everyone has been on their own. The only thing, I just wish that Dustin and Ambrose were here to take part of this storyline. Because I feel like that would make it to a new level.
Right.
Dustin more than Ambrose. I feel like Dustin being part of this would be amazing.
So there were people like lobbying for Goldust to return to WWE just for that story, for Cody's story.
Yeah.
Honestly, what would Dustin do? Like right
Just
now,
be the backup.
yeah, but that's just it. Goldust. When Cody was there the first time with the whole evolution, with the whole what do you call it, gimmick? Whatever it was with Randy Orton and fucking
The
Ted
Authority?
DiBiase. No,
Legacy.
Legacy. When he was there with Legacy, he was the Intercontinental Champion, and still was in the shadow of Goldust. So if Dustin came back as Goldust, it wouldn't be like, oh, my big brother's coming to help me take out the bloodline, and he'd be like, oh, look, Goldust is back.
But it's different now. Cody's a much bigger star now than he was. Of course, he was going to be in Goldust's shadow then. Goldust has been around forever. If Goldust came back, this is not the same Cody Rhodes that was there back in 2017 when he originally left. This isn't that same Cody Rhodes.
He's not
He ain't dashing. He ain't Stardust. He's certified himself as a bona fide main eventer. He wasn't that his first run.
No.
When he was with Dustin and they were feuding with the Shield over the tag titles and the Authority, even then he still wasn't that star that he is now, because he went out and made himself a star. If Dustin came back now, no way he would overshadow Cody in any way, shape, or form.
And honestly, I think that if Dustin came back, he wouldn't return as Goldust.
No, I was just going to say, if he came back, he needs to be the Dustin that's in AEW right now.
Yeah.
Because that Dustin kicks ass.
Yeah.
He cannot come back as a comedy character, Goldust. And I don't think he would want to anyways. One thing I love that Seth said, and I think it really brought home what this whole thing is about with the Roman situation, when he's telling him you need to finish your story for your dad, for me, and for everyone here tonight. Like, that really drove home what this is all about. The Roman Reigns title run is one of the last things left over from the Vince McMahon era.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Once Roman drops that title, it's like the door is completely closed on that Vince McMahon era. And I think, honestly, that's what needs to happen.
I like that. I like the way you're thinking. I like the thought. But let me ask you guys this. Did you guys watch the Super Bowl?
No.
I'm sorry. Did you guys watch the Swift Bowl?
The Taylor Swift game?
Did you watch? The commercials were great. But one commercial set it off. It was the WrestleMania commercial.
The Temu?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the Temu commercials.
The Temu commercials. Anyway, the WrestleMania commercial, right? I said this when Roman and Rock. I said this when this whole thing started. When the Royal Rumble happened and all that shit happened with the Rock coming back, I said night one of WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins versus Roman and Rock. Now the reason why I say that's definitely going to happen, that promo video of them four staring at each other like that, bro. That is a promo video. That right there is a setup. That's showing you that's going to happen. And then to find out that one of the clause in the contract of The Rock coming back to be on the TKO board was that he headlines this year's WrestleMania. So him headlining WrestleMania night one, and Triple H, if you're a wrestling, if you've been watching WrestleMania this entire time, or if you went back and watched them, the very first main event of WrestleMania was Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Roddy Piper, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff with Cowboy Bob Orton. That was WrestleMania 1.
Why are you leaving Jimmy Snuka out of it?
Well, anyway, that was WrestleMania 1.
And Muhammad Ali as the special guest referee.
The first WrestleMania ever, the main event was a tag team match. 40 years later, night one of WrestleMania, the main event's going to be a tag team match. And I say,
last year's night one was also a tag team.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like 40 years later, the main event, the biggest main event in all of wrestling, they keep saying over and over and over and over and over again.
Well, if you
And
look at it,
Mr.
You
T
know
was
what?
a movie star, and The Rock is also a wrestler / movie star, so it would make sense to
Hey,
I think
You know, Cindy Lauper.
the
the wrestler.
really awesome thing
Yes.
that they were doing that you could tell that Cody was doing during his promo and then Seth did when Seth came out was making The Rock be a big deal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Calling him the biggest entertainment superstar, whatever, all those big words, all that.
They put him over so.
They put
big.
him over huge.
Oh yeah.
And who in their mind
Ooh.
would have thought that in 2024 we would have The Rock as a heel?
I'm so grateful
Oh yeah.
that you, Drew.
And
Wait. Let me get this out. I'm so grateful to you, Drew, because you brought this to my attention. We were talking about the news one day. You brought this to my attention. The last time The Rock and Roman were in a building together, The Rock held up Roman's hand and got booed.
I don't know what you're talking about because when I go back and watch that moment on the WWE Network, they're getting cheered.
I mean, I can change. I mean, I can wait till this show's over and I can change everything we said. I can pipe in cheers too. But the point is,
You were trying to convince me that WWE would do something like that?
hey, I don't write the news. I just report it. Every Saturday morning, ladies and gentlemen, on the Roundtable Network News.
Well, I want to. I was going to
How
say
funny!
something.
It was in Philly when that happened, and they're going to be
Yeah,
back in Philly.
exactly. And they're gonna be back in Philly.
I mean,
And now they're both going to get booed.
Oh, yeah.
and I don't care what anyone said. Oh, they're definitely going to get booed in Philly. I don't care what anyone said. This was not WWE's original plan.
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh,
yeah.
no. definitely
WWE's
not.
original plan was going to be Rock Roman, and that got stopped really quick by the fans.
Well, and and here's why I got stopped by the fans. Like for years, the WWE has been like, the winner of the Rumble gets this, the winner of the Rumble gets this, the winner of the Rumble gets this. Right? When Pat Patterson came up with the idea, the winner of the Rumble gets this match, right? Okay, great. So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, first you did it with Brock Lesnar, who wasn't in a fucking Money in the Bank match. Just like, I'm gonna go down and take the suitcase from somebody, and I'm gonna be Mr. Money in the Bank, even though I was never in the match.
You
They
tell
made
Brock
that okay.
no.
When they do stuff like that, they insult the fans. Hey, you're stupid. We've been pouring this into your brains for years. You are supposed to remember this and live by this because this is what we tell you is going to happen. This is the law, but we're going to change it because we feel like this.
Well,
They
to be
did this
fair-
because of the Vince McMahon thing. They wanted to
be-
get some eyes, like mainstream eyes, CSNBC. What's that stupid?
I don't know what
TMZ
is, but
No, I said CMNBC. All these places, right? All these
I don't know what
major.
CMNBC is either.
yeah, I don't either.
Anyway, shut the hell up. Anyway, the point is, all of these major news conglomerates everywhere around the world, they wanted to get those eyes back on them and away from the Vince McMahon scandal.
Right.
So they were like, hey, let's go ahead and just throw the greatest wrestler of all time, The Rock, who was a bona fide movie star. Let's throw him out there, make him turn heel, change the whole landscape of everything. Let's put together a press conference in a city that doesn't have shit to do with what we're doing the wrestling show at. But they're going to have millions of people there because of the Super Bowl. Let's go there and make a huge deal.
To be fair, UFC usually doesn't hold their press conferences in the cities that the show's actually going to be in. They usually hold them in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So Las Vegas is like the center of the sports world. So it makes sense.
Well, what I'm saying is they did all of this to get eyes away from Vince. Like no one's like, oh man, Vince McMahon sex scandal. They're like, oh man, did you see The Rock slap the shit out of Cody Rhodes?
Well,
Like
I mean,
that's
still,
the thing. That's trending on Twitter right now.
There's still people talk. It's not being as heavily talked about, but I think soon it will start getting talked about again.
Yeah.
But the thing is that what I think the real coming down to the we want Cody stuff and the humongous crowd revolt and the audience revolt on this whole story. I think it really is more not that Cody won the Rumble and The Rock was going to face Roman. I don't think it was that The Rock was going to face Roman. I think it's that everyone knew that because The Rock was going to face Roman, Roman was going to leave WrestleMania champion still.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the biggest thing. The biggest letdown of Roman's run was him retaining at last year's WrestleMania. Everyone thought that he was losing.
Like if
The
they were gonna have,
the story leading up to it, the Usos losing the night before,
That was the downfall of the bloodline.
yeah,
everything pointed to Cody winning that night. And then he didn't. And the watch along that I was on was very deflated. And a lot of people were very deflated. And then they tried to, play it up and, oh, here comes Brock Lesnar and he's going to pretend to be friends with Cody. But no, it's actually just to get him away from the Roman story. And this year, he wins the Rumble again. They do the whole pointy thing and the title holding up and all that stuff. And then The Rock comes out. But everyone says, oh, well, Cody's going to win because it's the redemption. It's now truly finishing the story. Cody goes to WrestleMania. He slays the dragon. But here comes The Rock. We all know The Rock ain't winning the fucking title. And that means Roman retains once again at WrestleMania and goes on to at least SummerSlam with that belt. And if they do SummerSlam, then they go to September, because in September, he beats Hogan's record. And I think the fear of another year of Roman Reigns holding this title got these fans to revolt.
Well, I don't think it was a fear of Roman holding it for another year. I think it was just the fact that they want to see Cody in that match. Let's be honest. There's no guarantee Cody's walking out as champion.
So we're just saying
we learned that last year.
7 more months of Roman as champion.
I could see them doing that.
Sadly, I can too.
I mean, unfortunately, I can because it's already been done. Like you said,
Right.
Like there's a playbook here. It happened last year.
Sure, we thought for sure
But let me also throw a caveat in there. Let me play devil's advocate real quick. Do you guys? I tell my kids this all the time. Don't just hear me, listen to me, because you can hear shit around you all the time. But listen to me. If you listen to the promos that's been said every time Cody gets on the mic, he says, "I'm challenging you for the WWE Championship." He's never once said, "I want to be the Universal Champion." Even tonight, he said, "I'm challenging him for the WWE Championship."
They're not going to split them, but that was actually something I was going to mention too.
He keeps saying it over and over again.
Lately, everyone has been saying the undisputed WWE champion, not the undisputed WWE Universal champion.
Universal champion.
Well, I think they took out the Universal part just because it doesn't roll off.
But when they showed the graphic tonight, it said Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship. Right. But when Cody and everyone, even the commentators, everyone, when they're talking about this is the match for the WWE Championship.
Well, that's just because that rolls off the tongue so much better than undisputed WWE Universal Champion. It's not.
There's a rumor that when Cody wins this championship, they're going to go back to the Winged Eagle belt.
And that's possible.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I mean,
I don't think it's going to happen because the company celebrates history, but they've never actually brought back an old title design.
Oh no!
Well, no. Cody brought back the old.
Cody brought back that white Intercontinental Championship belt. Yep.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though.
But he didn't bring back the actual belt. He just brought back the white strap. on the current IC title design.
No, he brought back the old belt.
Like the whole design, the belt, the gold plate title.
Yes.
Too?
He brought back everything. But here's the thing, and here's why that won't happen, sadly.
Because the logo belt sells money.
Well, it's not only that, the logo belt is an advertisement. That's what belts are now. Why are all their belts big WWE logos? Because that advertises the brand. When fans walk around with the belt, people see that big WWE logo. It's and the fact that WWE just put that big WWE title belt in front of their new offices, they're not getting rid of it.
Yeah.
And also they give it to the Super Bowl champions every year.
Right.
Yeah.
And because it's a big WWE logo, and that gives them free advertisement.
God, but I love the Jaguars to win one year.
That would be hilarious. Tony Khan standing there. We're going to give you the WWE Championship belt. I can just see it now. Dave Meltzer will fucking blow a gasket.
And well, the funniest part is they wouldn't be able to make a Super Bowl champion belt for that because the Jaguars already told them they don't want no WWE belts made for this team.
Yep. They're the ones that aren't. Yeah, they're the ones.
The only team that don't have a belt.
They opted out.
Yep. So I don't see Cody. I would love for Cody to bring that title back because the Winged Eagle was an amazing title, but I don't see it happening.
Except for Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones hates the Winged Eagle title.
Oh, I love it. It's the best.
So do I, actually.
I wouldn't even be mad if they brought back the Big Eagle belt from that.
Yeah, the Big Eagle belt. I like that one. The Andre the Giant belt. I like that one.
What about the Undisputed Championship belt? The one they had in the Ruthless Aggression era. What did you guys think of that?
No, the one the Brock Lesnar belt was ugly.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was better than what they have now. But yeah, I mean,
but like you said, what they have now is branding.
Oh yeah, that's all their belt's about now is branding. I mean, it's literally become a prop, or a marketing tool.
I mean, it's smart, but I
have one right next.
I mean, I have one behind me. So,
Drew, are you going down to Philly for WrestleMania? Or release WrestleMania weekend?
I'm thinking about it. I
was booked to do a show, but
blame the state of Pennsylvania for being greedy.
I was booked, but it is what it is.
Greedy.
It is what it is. Someone can put on a show. Someone can put on a show the weekend before, and I can stay. But it is what it is.
Yeah, let me put on a show the weekend before people arrive. That would be smart.
Hey, I'm just saying.
We're 5 fans in the audience just so we can have Bad Blood in town.
Hey, book a backyard wrestling show. That
right.
No.
Hey, I'll tell you what, though. I do have an Ohio promoter's license, and the rumor is SummerSlam's going to be in Ohio. So I'm going to have something for you this year. Just going to be a little later than Mania.
Well, let's go.
But yeah, so I mean, yeah, we'll talk to you because I think I'm definitely going to. I'm not going to Mania, but I'm going to Philly for some.
I mean, stuff. If somebody flew me out there, I would go too. We can have a live roundtable from Philly, a live WrestleMania WrestleMania watch line. All of us. Oh my God! Let me talk.
That would be fucking awesome.
That would be
Let
great.
me talk to Julian. Oh man, I forgot he's in Hawaii right now.
He's on vacation right now.
That'd be
run in. Yeah, his 4th vacation of 2024 already.
Right. Yeah. Every time he goes to, something fucking happens. Every fucking time. You and Julian down, all of us in Philly WrestleMania weekend doing live. Ooh, a live watch along from the ECW arena.
Wow.
That'd be great.
Anyways.
What's in the ECW arena?
It's the ECW arena.
I'm a little worried about going to Philly. I heard some shit be happening there.
Oh, we can all get cheesesteaks, Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah, that's the best part, bro.
I've never had a cheesesteak before.
You can get a vegan cheesesteak, Drew.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
But yeah, I want to go to I want to go to the Access store.
Dude, I swear to God. We need to figure this shit out. It is now.
Yeah.
It is now February. We have 2 months. We have 2 days.
Fan Access is always awesome. I've never been to Fan Access, but it always looks awesome.
I went to the one in Orlando. Dude, it was off the chain.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. So we'll definitely have to figure something out. Yeah. We need to get you, Julian, down here. We need to do this. So anyways, next we have Elimination Chamber qualifier, Liv Morgan versus Zoey Starks.
Okay, I need to say something right off the gate. WWE, you fucked up. Let me tell you why. On the WWE.com website, they posted a graphic of the Elimination Chamber, the people that were in the chamber. They showed their silhouettes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Jade Cargill, who isn't even on the show, but Jade Cargill, Becky Lynch, and I can't think what the other one was. Zelina Vega. They showed these fucking people. No, Tiffany Stratton. They showed the graphics of these people, the silhouettes, and then they quickly took it down. People were talking about it all on Twitter, all on Reddit, everywhere. The WWE ruined the Elimination Chamber by telling you who's going to win their matches. So I already predicted Liv Morgan was going to win this match tonight.
Same.
Jade Cargill isn't even on the match, in the bracket. So something's going to happen to either Mia Yim or something's going to happen to Shotzi, and Jade Cargill's going to take their place, and Jay's going to win. Yeah. And from what I'm hearing, and it could be just speculation and rumor, but I'm hearing that the last three in the chamber are going to be Becky, Bianca, and Jade Cargill. And Jade's going to cost Bianca the match. And they're going to have a match set up for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Who predicted this? Who said this would be a good idea at Royal Rumble? When Jade Cargill came out, who said this would be a good idea? This guy right here.
I think we all said Bianca.
I was like, I want to see her and Bianca. I want to see her cut Bianca's braid off.
You've been wanting Bianca to get her braid cut off since fucking 2 years ago.
Because it's
I'm
stupid.
the exact same thing. I'm the exact same thing.
How are you 5'9" and 5'7" of you is your fucking braid? No, cut that shit off. How do you not trip over that shit during matches?
Also, it'd be good heel heat too.
Oh yes.
I mean, the hair, the ponytail is like.
But if he did that,
of her gimmick.
If she did that, people would cheer for her. Like Jade is just organically a face. She's not going to get over as a heel. People are just odd. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, even if she comes in and tries to be a heel,
he's going to be a face at first for sure.
Oh yeah, when she cuts that braid, people going to cheer for
Jade.
her. Yeah. She cut that braid off, people going to pop for her. She ain't going nowhere. She ain't going to be no heel. I'll be the one on the podcast. I'll be like, yeah. And then you know what I'm going to say to y'all? I'm going to say these exact words. Remember I was saying all that shit about Booker T? And y'all was like, why you hate Booker T so much? Y'all been reading the news lately? Y'all heard about Booker T?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can you dig it, sucker?
Nah, yeah. When I read that,
a lot of people are digging it lately.
Mm-hmm. When I read that, I immediately said, now I see why Blood doesn't like him.
Stand him, bro. But anyway, getting back to this Raw, I apologize. I got off track.
So up next, we had the Judgment Day with R-Truth backstage, where Damian told R-Truth it was not a jump, it was not an initiation. You're not in the bloodline. We got prepared for R-Truth versus JD McDonough. R-Truth was trying to call The Miz to see if he could get into from Los Angeles to wherever the hell they were tonight in time for his match.
They're in California. They're in Anaheim next week.
Yeah. So,
they're in Kentucky this week.
That didn't happen. So then we got JD McDonough versus R-Truth. A battle, a civil war within the Judgment Day as R-Truth.
Two brothers.
Took on JD McDonough. All R-Truth wanted to do was live, laugh, love, and JD McDonough was not having any of it.
Live, laugh,
but then, JD McDonough won. Afterwards, DIY ran out and made the save for him.
Next week, we have an 8-man tag team match, though.
But then we got backstage.
I was going to bring that up.
Backstage where R-Truth thanked DX for making the save for him.
Call Tommaso Ciampa, Triple H, and
Yeah, that was great. I love R-Truth. I love him. R-Truth apparently was on the local
Did
news.
he really
today.
do that? Oh,
Yeah,
Yes.
he was like, I can't believe I got saved by DX.
Yo,
He's like, how's Road Dogg?
but it's so funny. It's funny that you mentioned him being on the show, the local news in Kentucky. He was on there and he's like, man, I feel so great being on the Today Show. And they were like,
No, he said, Good Morning America.
Good Morning America. Yeah.
He's like, I've always wanted to be on Good Morning America.
You know, I can't believe
100% in gimmick, baby.
I've never thought of Tommaso Ciampa as Triple H and Johnny
And now-
Gargano as Shawn Michaels before, and now I can't unsee it.
I was gonna say,
now you
see it
can't
now.
not see it.
Yeah, you can't see it.
And Johnny did say, well, I am kind of a sexy boy.
I mean, he is Shawn Michaels' favorite.
That is true. After that, we got Becky Lynch promo, amazing promo by Becky. Her tearing up talking about missing her father's funeral because of her dedication of her wrestling was awesome. And I can relate. I missed my brother's wedding for a wrestling show.
But the Nia Jax thing,
So, yeah, that was weird.
that was so, Becky, I respect you so
Wait,
much.
wait.
Becky.
Wait,
I
wait,
was like, what the fuck's going on?
wait. Before we get,
I was like, where the fuck is Bizarro at? Like,
wait. Before we get to Nia Jax coming out,
Okay.
I have to bring up the one thing that Becky said during the promo, which I loved, was she was like, and I have to explain to my daughter why her dad wants to beat up whatever the Rock's name was. in
he
Moana.
said, why does dad want to beat up Moana?
Yeah.
No, Maui. Why
Maui.
her dad wants to beat up Maui?
Yeah. I had to explain to my daughter why her dad wants to beat up Maui. And that was just amazing to me. I thought that was fucking hilarious. But yeah, then Nia Jax comes out, cut like this heartfelt promo, starts crying.
Bro, she had me. I was like, dude,
Right.
Am I watching? What am I watching? Like, oh my God. Like, I even put in our group chat. Why is
Right.
Nia crying? Like,
She was like, I hope I can one day be the mom you.
dude, that
are-
got me.
Which,
That got me
first of
so
all-
bad.
First of all, Nia, if you want to be a mom as good as Becky, you'd have to get your kids vaccinated, which you're against. So that ain't gonna happen. Yeah. And then I mean the pop Rhea Ripley got.
Dude, she got the she can't run it out, bro.
They're gonna have to turn Rhea face.
Is
Dude.
she a ready face?
The mommy thing, bro. The mommy thing,
mean,
that
As
that
you've
is
seen,
so over.
they've slowly started separating her from the Judgment Day
Yeah.
and had her
Actually,
kind of doing her own thing.
As crazy as it sounds, she's a little bigger than the Judgment Day right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, shit, she's gone on 1 year as women's. I mean, even though she hasn't really done anything with the title in the last year, needless to say, she's going on 1 year as women's champion, which is
Dude, mommy's
kinda
always
crazy.
on top. Mommy is
Yeah,
always on
she-
top.
And it's at
As-
the point, like right now, she don't need the Judgment Day. She don't need
No.
them at all.
She don't
I
need
mean,
that.
I would say once you turn her, keep her and Dom together because I feel like they have great chemistry. But yeah, she don't need.
Dom
Judgment
needs to go back to daddy. I mean, let's be real.
He's doing pretty good with Mammy. I don't know.
Mommy.
He stole R-Truth's phone, so he may be going back to prison. Okay, he's still on parole. He's
Dang,
still on
he's been
parole,
for
so
a year.
he may be going. It's been more than a year.
I mean,
It's-
he is
wait,
dirty,
wait,
Dom, though.
It was
That's
last
true.
Christmas when he got arrested.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
2022.
Oh, what
so-
a great entrance he had at WrestleMania.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
that's
good.
Still my favorite. That's
That
still
was
my
nice.
favorite interest. I love that one.
I hope they put that in the new WWE game.
Yeah.
So then we had another Elimination Chamber qualifier as L.A. Knight
Yeah.
Yeah.
took on Ivar. No.
And the funny thing about it is Michael Cole was like the most important match of Ivar's career, and she's not wearing the horns. What?
Yeah. Michael Cole's been obsessed with her horns for the last few weeks, and I don't know why.
Yeah, but the funniest line of the whole thing was McAfee goes, where her dreads are so rock hard right now, it looks like she's wearing horns.
Right. Oh my god. Yeah, LA Knight, he won. Not surprised at all.
Yeah.
I know someone, not gonna say any names,
Dummy.
said in the group chat that they thought Ivar was gonna win. Who the
What?
fuck wants to see Ivar in the Elimination Chamber?
Okay, I just thought that the AJ Styles was going to cost LA Knight the match since what happened on Friday.
I don't know. They're gonna save LA Knight AJ for WrestleMania.
Yeah, they're gonna be a Mania. They're gonna be a Mania Backlash.
Like AJ, yeah, right. The greatest wrestling match ever, part 2. So here's the thing. Okay, we'll talk about this. Let's get through the show, then we can discuss it.
They're gonna be on that show, Zero or Speed or whatever.
Right. Backstage ain't nothing about Ivar Speed. Oh, we're talking about AJ. Never mind. Jackie Redmond revealed that Drew McIntyre will face off against Cody Rhodes next week. McIntyre referred to himself as the underdog, the sort of heel justification that makes him. So I love Drew McIntyre, and he, in his head, he's justified in everything he's doing, and he's the babyface.
I want him to wear that what was that Hunk McIntyre shirt?
Yeah.
Oh,
They wore it last week.
I just love that he's like, you don't want to be in my prayers, ask CM Punk.
He's such a dude. He still hasn't signed a contract.
No, he is still. You know what? Okay, we'll talk about that. We got one more match to go, and let's talk about some other stuff going on in WWE. We had Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura in the main event.
Great match.
Yes, very good match. Nakamura won. Afterwards, McIntyre came down, attacked what's his face, attacked Sammy. Cody ran out and made the save. Next week, we have Jey Uso versus Gunther for the Intercontinental title. We have Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. We have DX and R-Truth versus the Judgment Day. And a last chance battle royal to fill the last spot in the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Obviously, that's going to be Jade's big debut.
That's where Jade Cargill comes. Yep.
Dude, Chelsea Green backstage. That whole segment. I loved it. He's
her.
like, I don't want to be in some loser bracket like I'm Zoey Starks and
Zoey walks in.
Shayna Baszler, and she turns around the right back there. She's like, I am going to upper management. I am upper management.
Oh, Adam Pearce. Shout out to AP, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to AP. Shout out to Scrap Daddy.
I love that.
Fuck him.
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa!
Whoa, you don't
All
like
because-
Adam Pearce?
All because Scrap Daddy blocked
Little
Drew.
bitch.
Oh,
He's a little bitch.
Wait, hold on. Look.
Drew, what
Adam
you
Pearce-
Adam Pearce?
Adam
block
Pearce
you?
blocked Drew. I messaged Adam Pearce, asked him to unblock Drew, and the day he was unblocking Drew goes, fuck Adam Pearce. Blocked right back. I'm like, dude.
I don't think he ever really unblocked me.
He did. He unblocked you. Oh my
Well,
god.
fuck him.
Oh my
I'm like, I worked so hard to get him to unblock you. You're like, fuck him. Blocked
like-
right back.
Blood's like, I sent a text asking him to unblock you. I worked so hard. You sent a text. Shut up.
Hey, I mean, a text is a text, man. Sometimes you gotta,
Listen.
Back in the
Listen.
day, a text used to cost 10 cents.
Right?
I got
Oh, that's
two
your
accounts,
broke-ass
and he
Boost
ain't
Mobile
blocked on my other one. So,
Wow.
so I still see his tweets, but just
So
not from my main account.
He just sees it from his fucking burner.
Do you follow him on Facebook?
I do.
No.
Drew, follow him on Facebook.
Where you're gonna get him to
Oh.
block,
Gonna block
you
me
on
there
Facebook?
too. Like
Yeah.
she is.
No, I do love that Triple H is really building Sami Zayn, Nakamura, and McIntyre up by constantly having them in the main event, which I really like.
Question: was this Sammy
Christian.
and no? I said question.
Oh,
Where's
Is
your
this
dad?
My dad's at home.
thank God.
Was this Sammy and Shinsuke's first time wrestling since NXT?
Oh no,
No,
because
no.
they
Okay.
feuded over the Intercontinental title a couple
Yeah,
years ago.
remember Shinsuke was
Yeah,
Intercontinental
that's right.
Champion, and he came back with the second Intercontinental title, and they
Yeah.
rehashed the Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels ladder match
Oh,
gimmick.
Yeah. Never mind. Yeah.
Okay, so two things I want to bring up before we close out. First, based off of what's going on right now, outside of Roman Rock in the tag match, what other matches do you realistically see being happening in Mania? We said LA Knight versus AJ Styles. Obviously,
We know
Bailey
and
versus,
Io is happening.
yeah, Bailey
Awesome
and Io.
Truth versus the Judgment Day for the tag titles.
Yeah, I do. Awesome Truth versus Judgment Day. I definitely see that
Becky
happening.
and Rhea.
Becky and Rhea.
Um,
But we got 2 nights to fill.
Mm-hmm.
I
But
see.
I'd like to make them 5-hour shows.
Of course, we see a dumbass battle royal.
I don't know. They've been doing it on SmackDown lately.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Last 2 years, they've done it on SmackDown.
The Andre the Giant battle royal. Yeah.
Well, see, they're going to get 2 matches out of Roman.
I see.
And Cody.
I see a 6-man tag team match with the generic House of Black versus the real House of Black.
I was just going to say that.
Who would Logan Paul face for the U.S. title?
Kevin Owens.
Okay.
I don't know. Is Logan Paul going to be in the Elimination Chamber?
He's supposed to be in the Elimination Chamber. He's qualifying for the Elimination Chamber this weekend. This Friday on SmackDown. Kevin Owens ain't gonna let that happen. But Kevin Owens is in the chamber, right?
I don't know. Yes.
Okay, I still see Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul for the U.S. title.
Could we see them possibly set up Logan Paul versus LA Knight for the U.S. title?
No,
I'd be okay with that.
Or even
I would be okay with that, but I don't see that happening.
Or even a 4-way: AJ, LA Knight, Kevin Owens, and Logan Paul.
I also
what is that? Does that match get the ladder match stipulation?
It could be. Yeah, they always have a ladder match every
year. That would be good. Yeah, that is like a Money in the Bank type of match.
That'd be fucking amazing.
What about Orton?
You know what? Why not throw Ricochet in there too? Shit, we can see some crazy stuff up the ladder.
That's who I was originally thinking about when I thought about all this. Orton really has no clear path to Mania right now.
He could face Logan Paul for the U.S. title.
No, we don't want to see
that. He can take the Intercontinental title off of Gunther.
Ooh.
He's on SmackDown.
Doesn't matter.
Like you said, Sinner, it doesn't matter.
Think about this. The World Championship match right now, the tournament, the little tournament going on, whatever, to challenge for the Elimination Chamber, it's Raw and SmackDown.
So wait, could the titles switch brands? Both titles?
It's done it before.
Could Cody win the WWE title and then a SmackDown wrestler win the World Heavyweight title?
It's happened before.
Who in the men's Elimination Chamber could you see wrestling Seth at Mania?
Randy Orton.
Is he in the? No, they ain't gonna do Randy in the Mania match.
Not in the chamber. Not with his neck like that.
No, Randy's in the chamber.
Well, no, I'm saying they're not gonna do. They're not gonna turn Randy heel, and they're definitely not gonna turn Seth heel.
No, it doesn't need to be a heel.
They're not gonna do.
I don't know if Seth.
It could be a face versus face.
Because of Seth's condition right now, I don't know if he has more than a tag match at WrestleMania.
That is true too. Could Damian Priest cash in at the end of the tag match, and then Damian Priest wrestles whoever wins the Elimination Chamber?
That would be smart. That would be smart.
Could be it.
R-Truth enters himself in the chamber and he wins it.
Wow.
Let's not.
My bad.
Well, okay, so let's set it up like this. We have Finn and Damian versus Awesome Truth. They lose the tag titles. Damian cashes in that night after the tag match, beats Rollins, goes on the night 2 to defend the world title against the winner of the chamber.
I like that. I actually like that.
And Finn costs him the match.
Oh, Finn could cost him the match. Yeah. Who wins the chamber, though?
Again, Orton.
I would say Orton in that case.
I mean,
I just don't see Orton being the champion again.
I can.
I don't see WWE going in that direction. I feel like WWE wants to keep new blood into the. I feel like WWE wants to make the world title the young title.
It's the workhorse title.
If not Orton, then it should be LA Knight.
Oh, it definitely should be LA Knight.
I mean,
I
don't see him as the world champion though right now. The U.S. champion, maybe. World champion, nah, not yet.
Intercontinental champion?
Fuck no.
Okay, then.
I don't see him. I don't see him beating Gunther at all.
Who is in the men's elimination chamber?
So right now we got Lashley,
Lashley, Orton, and AJ Styles.
Well, LA Knight.
Oh, LA Knight.
So Lashley is a babyface?
Yes. And
Yeah,
Lashley's going to be too busy with
Carrying
With,
crosses.
the-
with Karrion Crosses. That's why I said they're gonna have a 6-man match
That
at
crap.
Mania.
That's right.
I mean, they'll probably end up costing in the match. So
Yeah,
right
I can see that.
the only people qualified are Drew, Randy Orton, LA Knight, and Bobby
And
Lashley.
2 more to be announced.
And this Friday we'll have Logan Paul versus someone.
Miz.
Is it Miz?
So
Yeah.
we know Miz isn't winning because
Yeah.
we got Miz going to WrestleMania with Awesome Truth.
Yeah.
And
Wait a
do we
minute.
know who the other one is?
What if? Well, what if Miz does win?
Then,
then-
R-Truth could go get John Cena, his childhood hero, to team up, and they could go for the tag.
Well, no, we can still
Please,
do.
God, no.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, Miz wins. We can still do R-Truth and Miz versus Judgment Day for the tag titles on night 1. They win, which is a reason that Damian cashes in so he can wrestle Miz on night 2 and get revenge.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't like that as much. I don't like that route, but
I'm gonna say because of the convoluted nature of this, most likely the winner of the chamber gets Gunther.
I mean, no, they already said the winner of the chamber goes after the world title.
Do you mean?
Oh, they did? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Yeah,
the one who loses could say they could go after Gunther.
No,
that
no.
wouldn't make sense.
Oh, so Gunther's not in the chamber then?
Nope.
No. God, no.
Why not?
Because he can't go to Australia.
Yeah, you can't leave the country.
Oh, okay.
He still can't leave the country. So I'm trying to think who else is in the chamber or who else is in qualifying matches.
Logan Paul, Miz, and Kevin Owens, and someone else. I don't remember.
Wait, okay, Kevin Owens versus Dominic Mysterio and
Yeah.
The Miz versus Logan Paul. Okay, so
God,
I
did they
mean-
make Dominic win.
I think
Dominic
Dominic
wins.
Dominic wins.
If Dominic wins everything, bro. Oh my God.
That'd be great.
Oh my God, Dominic leaves WrestleMania as world champion.
Wow.
Jesus.
Him and mommy with all the belts.
But he's gonna.
Oh Jesus!
I could see that also happening, but also I could see him he's got a big head and all that kind of stuff. Like he's like I'm a ladies' man now, mommy. Like I can't get these women off of me. I'm the world champion.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. All right. Let's switch it up a little bit.
Okay.
Let's say Seth is the world champion. Okay, so let's say this happens.
Okay.
Night 1 is the tag match. They go with the tag match. Now, like we said, Awesome Truth win the World Tag Team Champions off of Priest and Finn. But instead of Finn costing him the match the next night, let's say he costs him the cash-in match, and he becomes like the third person to fail at the Money in the Bank cash-in.
Well, then
So
we'd still be
Seth-
stuck with Seth working 2 nights, and I don't think Seth can handle that.
Seth goes to the second night. But I mean, it feels like maybe they're playing it up a little because the way he's moving right now, it kind of looks like he's not injured at all. And there's already 2 months still to WrestleMania. So I feel like maybe they downplayed that a little bit so that this way they could hype up this tag match.
Well, no, because I don't think the tag match was even a thought in their head. Because you remember Seth announced his injury before the Rumble. So the plan was still Punk versus Seth going into WrestleMania.
So what I would say then is Priest cashes in, Finn costs him that match. Dominic God help us all, wins the Elimination Chamber. Priest cost Dominic the match night 2 to officially set the stage for Finn versus Damian coming out of WrestleMania. Because he's trying to dismantle the Judgment Day. Because he's been trying to cash in that fucking thing forever. And then Finn gets heated about losing the tag titles. Maybe even Damian's the reason why they lose. And then he costs him that. So now it's all, guns a-blazing for the Judgment Day. So maybe if you're not going to give it to Orton and you're not going to give it to LA Knight, you give it to the biggest heat magnet not named The Rock in WWE right now. Because I really feel like it's about time that they have. Not only do we need to get the world title off of Roman, we need to get the tag titles off of Judgment Day. And we need to get the Money in the Bank situation sorted out. So I feel like that solves all of those issues.
I mean, there's so many routes they could go. So it'll definitely be interesting, to say the least, of how they. But I could definitely see Damian going into night 2 as champion. Who he wrestles night 2, I could see. I don't want to see Orton, but Orton is the only one with no real clear path to Mania. So I could see it being Orton. I don't want it to be. I think Orton's a good guy to be kind of, at this point in his career, he's a good person to have as like a background player, but not a main eventer.
And then I would have said, if not him, then maybe Bobby Lashley, but Bobby's going to be involved.
Bobby's already preoccupied.
Yeah.
I mean, Bobby has a clear path to Mania with his feud. AJ and LA Knight have their clear path to Mania with their feud. Yeah, I mean, Randy Orton's the only one going into the chamber without a clear path. Well, Logan Paul don't have one, but obviously he's a U.S. champion. So, I mean, him and Owens is a clear path, I guess. So, I mean, yeah, Randy's the only one without a clear path within the Elimination Chamber. So, yeah, it's possible. Now, the second thing before we go that I want to bring up, you talked about Drew not signing his new contract yet. A lot of talks about Sasha and Okada not going to WWE. And I brought up the other day in our group chat about how Endeavor's notoriously cheap when it comes to paying their talent. We've seen it with the UFC big time. Now you got to think revenue income for WWE and UFC is roughly the same. The income part, what they're bringing in. WWE has a higher overhead than UFC has. One, because UFC doesn't run as often. So they're not paying as much out for build-ins and security and all that like WWE does on a weekly basis. UFC still on pay-per-view and charging $60 a pay-per-view. WWE is getting whatever they get from Peacock. So, I mean, I don't see Endeavor ponying up maybe the money Vince would have for talent. And probably not the money
problem.
And probably not the money that Triple H wants to pony up. But it's not up to him. And it's not up to Nick Khan either. It's up to Endeavor. It's up to Ari. Maybe with The Rock there, maybe The Rock can convince him to put more money into the company than he does UFC. But I wouldn't hold my breath on that because the man is notoriously cheap.
Well, they gave The Rock a bag, that's for sure.
Well, The Rock became a board member. So did The Rock get a lot of money or did The Rock get a lot of stock options?
Both.
Didn't he get $30 million?
$30 million plus stock options. Plus, he's the chairman of the board, not just a board member.
Yeah.
So but he's on the board.
And he guaranteed that he would be the main event headline for WrestleMania.
So he's the board. He's the chairman of the board for TKO, which means he's over WWE and UFC.
Yep. And I guess the Endeavor football thing too.
Well, the
'Cause
USFL,
he merged USFL with the XFL or whatever. So
something like that. But I don't think Endeavor owns the USFL. I think USFL it was a totally different
no,
product.
The Rock does.
Well, The Rock owns XFL, which he merged with another one.
Yeah, and they made the USFL.
Yeah, but I don't think that's under the Endeavor umbrella. It just what so the guy that owns Endeavor comes from being a agent, and Rock was one of his biggest clients as an agent.
Mm-hmm.
So he already has that relationship. Obviously, we know Rock has his relationship with Nick Khan as well from the past. Nick Khan's sister worked on his show, and they have a long history together. But I don't see them offering money-wise. I don't see them competing with Tony Khan.
I don't know, man. I think Ari Emanuel has a lot of fucking money.
He has, but here's the thing.
And the thing is, it's the $5 billion for media rights and shit like the WWE is the best at when it comes to media rights. They get more money in media rights than the UFC.
But here's the thing: at the end of the year, their profit is the same as UFC's, a little over $1 billion. They're bringing in the same amount of profit. So why? And WWE already has more overhead than UFC because they are running weekly. They're paying build-ins. They're paying talent weekly. So they have more overhead while bringing in the same amount of money. So he's not going to overspend on WWE. That's going to knock that profit margin down. And that's been the biggest problem with UFC is people complaining about how shit the pay is for the fighters. And I don't see him doing WWE pay any better. And I mean, we've kind of already seen that where they've lost out on big stars that they wanted.
Right. Mercedes was a lock. Honestly.
Oh, yeah.
That should have been the fastest contract signing they've ever done.
And I can guarantee Triple H tried to get whatever she was asking for and was turned down. Guarantee it. So, I mean, you got to, Tony Khan's not afraid to spend money on talent. I feel like Endeavor's not going to do the same. And that may be what stops people from going to WWE.
And has already, potentially.
And possibly has already.
Yeah, I think too. Yeah, the good thing about Tony Khan and AEW is that it's privately funded. There's no publicly traded bullshit. There's no stocks. There's no company money. It's Tony Khan, Shad Khan funding AEW and all of AEW's business.
Right.
So,
and obviously, Tony Khan is, there's a lot of comparisons to WCW to AEW that is not fair. But when it comes to spending money to get talent, AEW is like WCW, and that's not a bad thing, no matter how people try to spin it. WCW
it's better. It's better in this case because it's actually coming from a wrestling fan's own funds.
Well,
versus the AOL company that didn't want anything to do with WCW.
And to be fair, when Bischoff was spending all that money on contracts, WCW was making money as a company. That's when they started not being in the red every year. That's when they actually started making a profit. WCW, a lot of people forget WCW was not always this shit product it was its last 2 years.
82 weeks. 82 weeks.
83, but who's
okay, well.
But it's like, and WCW was turning a profit. Like, people act like WCW was always horrible. It wasn't. It had its bad years.
No, yeah, of course.
But it had amazing years. I mean, even WWF had its bad years. When WCW was losing money, so was WWF.
Yeah.
Like, Vince was close to shutting down. They stopped letting people get free water in the office. They were hurting so bad for money. They took out the water coolers to save money. But yeah, so I mean, just TKO don't want to spend the money, and they've shown that with UFC.
Well, we shall see, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining us here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. For the man with the neck brace, Sunday Center. For the man with the cool icon picture, the Drew Nicholas. For the man with all the belts on his wall, Double J Josh Jam.
Josh Jam.
Josh Jam.
We're jamming out of here. Peace.